The time of disengaged enlightenment is over. That age of enlightenment that is detached and stoic and silent and separated from the world is done. That was an age and an era preparing us for now. Now the age, you could call the golden age the new earth. You could call the age the eternal identity, remembering that we are eternal identities who are now embodying into physical form. These two things are not contrary. Only the mortal mind would believe that they are. And we have expanded our consciousness to move beyond that constraint of the mortal mind. These are exciting times. This is the joyous moment, the moment we have all been creating together as one. There is much confusion and misunderstanding now as we unpack our creative power, our conscious creative power in this constrained world of limitation, purposely walled off to give an experience. And for those who are enlightened now, this experience is shifting in to giving birth to this embodiment of an eternal identity, one that is perfected and ever perfecting in physical embodiment. Physical embodiment is not something we are needing to escape. Many are confused that if you are in a physical body, there is only one destination, to the grave. That the physical body itself is programmed for death, is forever vulnerable in its matrix. But this is not the truth. This is only the limited mortal mind believing that so that it could experience a life lived within that context. I am Mukti Ananda Ma, and I am bringing forth a collective voice of those who have joined this initiative of going from mortal to eternal embodiment, both in the physical body and the actual world in which it projects. This voice is a collective that includes you as an eternal identity listening to this now, at this perfect moment. I'm sure you have been drawn here because you have felt the power most recently, where things seem like clay before you, so easy to mold into the universe, the world, the body that you desire. This begins in the consciousness and then is experienced on this wonderful 360 total expanding screen we call life. We are here today as a collective. We shall not name all of us, for there are literally thousands coming into one voice to awaken our mortal identities to this next adventure that has begun. This dawning of the golden age, talked about in so many ways that we have written together. We are here with Aaliyah, an eternal identity, born from an archangelic realm. Aaliyah, as the representative of our collective humanity, what would you like to talk about today?
Thank you, Mukti Ananda Ma, and everyone, named, unnamed. I would love to paint a clearer picture, or to hear a clearer painted picture of the future, rather than talk about hows and whys and how to let go of the film strip, the old film strip, and embrace the new. I imagine seeing the new painted picture is one of the easier ways to let go of the past.
Yes. So you talked about what you didn't want to talk about, which is how to let go. We will ignore that. What reframe your desire?
Well, I would love to have an understanding of what it is that we come in to do specifically.
Well, in the context of this new world adventure, I've experienced the eternal dawning of the golden age. There are many whats and whys and hows, depending on the individual. Different beings coming in to experience different aspects of their own being within the context of this eternity dawning, if that makes sense. So each being, each God being, has their inspiration for participating in this collaborative world experience. It's much easier to understand if you begin with the frequency feeling, if you will, that you most desire to experience more of. Those higher states of being, from excitement to bliss to divine contentment to unbounded joy, wonder, delight, to the great tearful emotion of true remembrance. And if you begin with that calling, that emotional desire, that feeling state desire, it'd be like a pen to a piece of paper or a paintbrush to a canvas, and it will paint pictures for you that represent that feeling for you. So when I say give you this, what feeling state are you most desiring in this moment? When you think of an eternal world, a world that is experiencing the unfolding, the ever perfection of an eternal world, what feeling state is most appealing to you?
Well, I often feel several simultaneously, but definitely expansion. There's always this love current, but there's definitely an enthusiasm and wanting to. It's funny the way you said it, like this wanting out feeling of this film strip of death. And I've always sort of known that all of these things were coming to pass anyway. And yet we experience the trauma of the world of death as if it's real, I guess, on purpose. And then we let it go and we jump tracks and embrace those higher feelings. And I don't know, is there a way to activate that imagination more fully?
Right. So you're back in the how
Mm-hmm.
when the question was simply, what feeling state are you most desiring?
An expansive, enthusiastic
Enthusiasm for what?
of love, I would say.
An enthusiasm to what with love?
Be to expand, to drop this veil, to be
Yes,
awake.
so the veil is dropped. What is the enthusiasm doing in love?
Well, that's kind of what I'm asking you.
Well, the thing is, until one puts on that feeling state, one will not know. I cannot know for you. You must know for yourself.
And activating that imagination is not.
You can't activate that canvas without recognizing and choosing to be the identity that is in that feeling state. So we need to focus on that feeling state before you get to the picture. And so this may be different depending on the being's makeup, but for you, this would be our recommendation for those that are similarly wired up as you, where the imagination seems to be unable to create an image just based off a word. And so resting in this enthusiasm, right? You have defined enthusiastic love as the desired frequency state that you desire, correct?
It seems like a very common one I experience.
No, the desire. Is it a desire to experience this? Is it fun for you? Is
yes.
it motivating? Is it inspiring? Is it something you desire?
I imagine that it is, yes.
You don't need to imagine. You simply know. Yes, I desire it. No, I do not.
Yes, I
or no?
desire. I know nothing greater, so yes, that's what I desire.
Yes. So in that desiring itself, there is a recognition of that state. And as you imagine yourself in that state, allowing that to expand, so that's all that you are. Enthusiasm and love, walking in the world, projecting out things that mirror to you your own enthusiasm and love, enthusiastic love, expanding. Seeing yourself now in this world as that, walking as that, being the poster child for enthusiastic love. What do you see? Don't overanalyze it. Just spit it out.
I don't. I'm smiling.
So see yourself smiling in the world?
Yes.
Where are you?
By the ocean.
And doing what?
Talking.
And so, talking to whom and talking about what? way too long. You are filtering your answers, which is preventing the flow of the creative force. There is no right answer. Spit it out.
Uh-huh. I feel an impediment with this imagination thing.
Nope, that's not what I asked.
Hmm.
What are you talking about?
Um,
We are doing this for all of you, for you.
Awakening.
Talking about awakening.
Yes.
To yourself?
Ironically, I guess it's all me anyway.
No.
No, not to myself.
What do you see in the movie?
I am helping somebody awaken.
Wonderful. What does it feel like?
And feels wonderful.
Wonderful. What does the surrounding look like?
Very colorful.
Wonderful. And so this is enough. And I know that the mortal limited self will have lots of questions about this, but the eternal identity realizes the simplicity of creation, the effortlessness of creating a desired movie, a desired reality, a desired world, a desired body, a desired movie that will carry you along the desired feeling state. It really is that simple. All complexities are limitations. And so when you find yourself asking lots of how questions, know that you have put on the costume of a very limited identity. The simplest way to get out of that is to imagine yourself zipping off this costume of doubts and questions and fears and concerns and needing to figure out how to just zip it all off and exit that costume, that identity, and put on the costume of one who knows, the one who is living in the desired state. And then with that, much information will come. All your questions will be answered. It will unfold beautifully, and the how will be so obvious. Does that make sense?
It does.
Anything else?
Yes, other than helping people awaken and all the amazing knowing that will come from that, is there anything else that we'll be doing in this new reality that you would care to share, or that you will?
I feel like the biggest thing we'd like to share is that each of you are seated with a desired unfolding of an incredible world, not only for you to experience, but for anyone else who wishes to join in that experience to have. So, how you define yourself, your identity, is important. If you define yourself in such a way, you create a world in such a way that will give you that experience. So each of us have our unique desires, have our unique realizations in this world to create together in the oneness of who we are, an unfolding of a world that interacts perfectly in synchronicity and all kinds of wonderful ways with each of the individualized God self's desired world experience of the golden age. Yes.
This golden age, is there a collective veil of sleep that drops where the consciousness awakens? I feel this pressure in my head in a good way constantly, like I'm at a precipice of this, I guess what would historically be called enlightenment, but I see it as something else. is that part of the golden age where this collective veil of sleep drops and people awaken to a new level of consciousness?
It certainly can be. That can certainly be your contribution.
Mm.
That is the thing. We are all creators, world creators. We are all one. Each individual identity, hearing these words, are a creator of this, their version, if you will, of the golden age. It would be silly to think that there's only one version of experience of the golden age, right?
Yes.
There's infinite versions of the golden age, each version through an eternal identity or a golden identity, if you will. That is where the projection happens from the identity, from the consciousness of an identity, a collection that is unified and connected in the I am force. It is the I am and what follows it that forms this identity. And that is why we say to declare now, I am the golden age.
I am.
For this is who you are. This is what is right now. You hearing these words. It is the golden age right now. It has begun. And you are it. Congratulations and celebrations. Until next time.